Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Elba Central School. Today's location for your Oakfield-Alabama Elba Aggies as they play today's game against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Make sure you send that to me. That's great. Thank you.
We would like to take this opportunity to remind everybody that this is a tobacco and drug-free campus. The use of any such tobacco product is strictly prohibited. It is also important to recognize that under Section 5 rules for spectators, the taunting of players, coaches, or officials is strictly prohibited. Good sportsmanship by players, coaches, and spectators is a reflection on the school districts of Elba and Oakfield-Alabama. And we thank you in advance for remembering that we are striving for a great demonstration of sportsmanship at all of our sporting events. We would also like to salute the school districts that are following the Section 5 football implementation of the Tommy Tough football standards, reducing the risks for all Section 5 football players. We ask all spectators to join the football coaches in supporting the officials when they make calls pertaining to targeting, illegal helmet contact, and defenseless player hits. We thank you for your anticipated cooperation. I would also like to remind everybody that our Sports Boosters concession stand is open this afternoon. And they also, I believe, have ice cream, twist, vanilla, and chocolate. So please make sure that you are enjoying everything that they have to offer this afternoon.
Plays for Notre Dame, Paul. I have no idea. I give two shits. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will please direct your attention to the south end of the field as we welcome the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Fighting Irish are coached by head coach Joe Zambito, assistant coaches Mikey Rapone and Jimmy Finera.
Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, your OAE Aggies. Your Aggies are led by head coach Tyler Winter coaches, Corey Winter, Andy Boyce, Charlie Pangrazio, Mike Anderson, and Chad Kowalik.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Elba High School, the site of today's rivalry matchup between the Oakfield-Alabama Elba Aggies and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. My name is Alex Brasky, here to take you through this afternoon's action for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. High atop the press box here at Elba, ready for what should be a competitive matchup here this afternoon. Before we get too deep into today's broadcast, we will pause for the national anthem, and then we will thank our lovely sponsors for today's broadcast.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're getting set for kickoff here. Once again, Alex Brasky here for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. Before we get going, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor and the sponsor of the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game, that is Casella Waste. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 308-0662 today for a quote. Also, TF Browns, the sponsor of the TF Browns Top Trench Performer, which will be awarded in the fourth quarter along with the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. TF Browns, 214 East Main Street in Batavia, is the same location that housed the Mancuso family's first venture into the food business in 1930 and has been the home of TF Browns for over 25 years. Whether you're looking for a great place for lunch or dinner, a place to relax and enjoy a beverage, or a place to hold any type of party or get-together, TF Browns is ready to meet your needs and budget. Also, Empire Tractor is your local New Holland dealer selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. George & Sweet Sales and Service is a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion, New York. Established in 1983, George & Sweet has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service in the Western New York area for over 35 years. Call or visit George & Sweet at 7155 Big Tree Road in Pavilion, 584-3425, or log on to georgeandsweet.com. Also, Howard Hanna and Realtor Kenneth Klein. Contact Kenneth Klein, your hometown realtor, providing you with the same level of service when purchasing or selling your home. You can count on Kenneth to be there every step of the way. Kenneth Klein looks forward to working with you on your home sweet home. 297-0764. Call Kenneth for more information. Louie's in Attica. Stop on down to Louie's after the games and enjoy our wide variety of chicken wings. From garlic parmesan to beef on wick wings, Louis has it all. Open Monday and Tuesday, 5 to close. Wednesday through Saturday, noon to close. Right here in Genesee County, located in Attica. Check out Louis' patio for the Bills game on Sunday. Bills need a win this weekend. No place better to enjoy the game than at Louis. Turning friends into family since 1983. That's Louis in Attica. Also, Mugs and More at M&M Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery. We have been providing quality full-service screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products for your company, team, or personal needs for over 20 years. For more information on the products we offer, please visit our online store, mugsandmore.com, or call Rob, 591-8803. So once again, the Casella Way scoreboard up there for your convenience. Do our best to stay on track with the game clock here at Elba, which has recently been replaced, a beautiful new clock. So we'll do our best to keep pace with that and provide you the score. And like I said, it should be a good one here at Elba's High School. I'm excited to get going. So OAE comes into this game unbeaten at 2-0, 2 blowouts in their first 2 games of the season, while Notre Dame has had an up-and-down start. A win over York in Week 1, followed by really a dismal effort against Byron-Bergen in Week 2, so the Irish look to get back on track, and OAE looks to keep things going here. We're ready for kickoff as Brandon Carrick is set to send it away to the Aggies. Carrick gets it away, and that one's going to go out of bounds. An early flag on the Irish. So we're going to have a re-kick here after the ball went out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Notre Dame struggled with penalties last week against Byron-Bergen. An early flag here for kicking the ball out of bounds on the opening kickoff. So a delayed start as a few seconds have gone, but we're going to have a do-over on the opening kickoff. So Carrick set to kick it away once again for the Irish, hoping for a better result this time around. This one right down the middle, and it's on the ground. Eventually it's picked up by Cameron Kuzmano, evading tacklers. Ooh, and a big hit delivered. Looked like that was Big 51 Anthony Edwards, who had a strong performance in the Irish loss to the Raiders last week, and he delivers a big hit on the opening kickoff as Cameron Kuzmano is stopped after a short gain. So first down and 10 coming up for OAE here with 11:45 to go in the first quarter. Last time we saw the Aggies, they started fast against Cuba Rushford in Week 1. We'll see if they can do that again here against Notre Dame. Notre Dame began the game against CMBB, providing a bit of resistance on the defensive end, but as the game wore on, the ND defense wore down. So we'll see if they can have more of a consistent effort here today. As the handoff is taken to the outside, and that's going to be a first down run. Gage Armbruster with the opening carry for the Aggies. It's going to bring up a fresh set of downs here.
40-yard line.
Good crowd on hand here at Elba to watch this rivalry matchup. 3 schools involved here: Oakfield-Alabama, Elba, and Notre Dame. And you could really say all 3 are rivals. Snap. Quarterback Bodie Hyde spinning, but he's eventually swallowed up after a short gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Aggies. Ooh, a little bit more than I thought there, so a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up as Hyde with the second effort able to pick up a few extra yards. In case you missed it last night, we had a Leroy blowout on the Batavia Daily News live stream. Dominant victory for the Knights over Hornell. As this handoff goes to Noah Courier, he breaks into the secondary, eventually brought down, but that's going to be a gain of about 12, a first down coming up for the Aggies.
And another Aggies first down, bringing the ball to the 44-yard line.
So OAE picking up right where it left off the last 2 weeks. Strong start to their first drive of this game.
Safety's coming
So
over.
OAE will send trips right. Hyde gets the handoff away to Armbruster, and he's brought down right at about the line of scrimmage. So nice defensive play there from Notre Dame, and that's going to bring up a second and about, we'll call it 2nd and 10. Hyde under center. Early movement. We'll see who the flag's on here. And that's going to be offsides on the Irish. So 2nd and 5 coming up for OAE now. Second penalty of the day for Notre Dame.
They'll start against the Irish, 2nd and 5, bringing the ball to the 40-yard line.
Creeping in from corner position.
Hyde under center. Armbruster behind him. Courier. Man in motion. Hyde looking to throw. Going deep. Off the fingertips. Looked like it was Cameron Kuzmano, the intended target. That ball falls incomplete, so we're going to have a 3rd and 5 coming up for the Aggies. And yes, the intended receiver, Cameron Kuzmano. Tough for me to see out the window down there. We're going to maybe have to adjust here to make sure you can see the end zone. I always check this before the game, but somehow it always moves by the time the game starts. So 3rd down for OAE. There's Armbruster, plenty of room to run, and there he goes. Gage Armbruster diving for the pylon, but a flag behind the play.
But there is a flag down on that play.
And it appears as if this one's coming back. So on the 3rd and 5, Armbruster broke down the sideline but benefited from an OAE hold. And that's going to negate the touchdown and bring the Aggies back. We'll see where the ball is spotted here. We're going to replay 3rd down, and it's going to be a 3rd and about 15. And we'll call it 3rd and 16. Coming up for the Aggies, so a bit of adversity here. And a big break for the Irish. So we'll see if Notre Dame can take advantage of the penalty on Oakfield-Alabama Elba, a costly penalty, as it not only takes the touchdown off the board, but now the Aggies presented with a 3rd and long. Snap. Handoff to Armbruster. He's met right at about the line of scrimmage. Big stop made there. George Woodruff, another player who had a strong game in an otherwise dismal effort from Notre Dame last week. So Woodruff and Andrews laying the lumber here in the early going. And the Aggies are going to punt the ball away. We haven't heard that very often this season, but Notre Dame, a big stop early on as it looked like OAE was destined for the end zone. But a big penalty set them back, and Notre Dame is taking advantage. So 4th and 15, the punt coming up here from OAE. Cooper Colantonio goes in motion. Kick is away. It's a line drive punt, bouncing, fielded, and Notre Dame's brought down at about the 11-yard line. So that's Ryan Fitzpatrick who fielded the punt, but he's brought down almost immediately, and that's going to really set Notre Dame back to begin its drive, although that was a good play by Fitzpatrick, fielding that ball, not allowing it to travel any closer to the goal line. But he was hit immediately. Good job hanging on to the ball. With 7:26 remaining in this first quarter. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame from their own 13-yard line. So the Irish spread things out. This is what we saw from them last week. They like to throw the ball with junior quarterback Jimmy Fanera. Low snap to Fanera, looking to throw. Has a man, and it's dropped. Hayden Groff was wide open, but he couldn't come up with the catch. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Pass was incomplete, bringing up a 2nd down for the Irish.
Seen a lot of drops throughout Section 5 football, at least from what I've seen this season. A few drops from Hornell last night, which really hurt their cause. It's critical to secure that ball before you take off running, especially when there's nobody around to provide contact.
2 running backs.
So flag on the play. Looks like this one's going to be on Notre Dame for a false start or some type of procedure penalty.
Penalty is against the Irish.
So 2nd and 15 coming up for Notre Dame now,
Let's watch the wheel and double move. Let's watch
as they're going the wrong way. 3rd penalty of the day for Notre Dame.
Also watch that running back swing pass.
One thing to watch for Notre Dame, hoping to put forth a more disciplined effort here. 5 unsportsmanlike or personal foul calls on ND last week. Really didn't give them much of a chance in that loss to Calmon Byron-Bergen. Fanera dropping back, looking to the right side, jump ball, and Evan Cummings comes down with it. So Fanera put up somewhat of a prayer. Cummings gets position and comes down with a big catch. Irish are on the move. 1st and 10 coming up for Notre Dame here. So take a chance. You never know what's going to happen, and you saw that right there as Cummings, a nice job gaining position on the defender and coming down with that catch. And another flag comes in. This one could be on the Aggies. It will be their 2nd penalty of the day, if it is indeed on OAE here. And it is. Outside, so 1st and 5 coming up
That is a penalty call against
for the Irish. So if you're Notre Dame, you have to love how this game has started. Aggies were moving the football, but a big holding penalty thwarted their drive, along with a big stop from George Woodruff on 3rd down. And here's Woodruff on the carry, bursting forward for a gain of about 3. So that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 2. The Irish offensive line creating plenty of push up front on that play. So we're approaching 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Let's watch that swing pass.
Notre Dame in a 2nd and about 2 or 3 here. Fanera takes the snap, handoff. He's met in the backfield. Flag comes in at the end of the play.
There's a flag on the play.
A nice stop made there by number 55. C.J. Gottler looked like he was the one into the backfield for the Aggies, and this one's going to go against the Irish. Another penalty on Notre Dame here. Not sure what the call is. Not a very strong signal there, but I believe it was a holding penalty. So second and about 16 coming up now. So that means the hold must have occurred in the backfield if it was indeed a hold. But like I said, I'm not sure what the penalty was there, but nonetheless, it goes against the Irish and it sets them back on a second and long. Fanera takes the snap, drops back, looks to throw, under pressure, rolling out, going deep. He has Cummings! Cummings able to get behind the OAE secondary, and Fanera, a beautiful throw on the run, and the Irish are in business. They're inside Aggies territory, ball at the 40-yard line. My, oh my, not many expected this start from the Irish, I can tell you that. An inspired start from ND here this afternoon. We'll see if they can capitalize and finish with a touchdown.
We got pro set with the wing back.
Crowded backfield here. Looked like a little bit of movement on Notre Dame's side. Handoff to Bryson Berry. He has a good push forward for a gain of about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. So as I said in the pregame, I expected a competitive matchup here this afternoon. The Irish did not look good last week, but showing much more confidence and motivation here against the rival Aggies. Cummings, who missed time in the loss to Calmon Byron-Bergen with a lower body injury, has looked spry here this afternoon, coming up with 2 big catches. 2nd and 7. Fanera takes the snap, hands it off, and the ball's out. Who's got it? Looked like the Irish recovered, and they did, but that's going to be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 9, as it looked like a botched handoff there. Berry tried to take it with his hands rather than allow it to be put into his gut, and I think that was the reason for the fumble there.
Watch that corner route to this side, too. Watch that corner route to this side, too. Trip side.
Crisis averted there if you're Notre Dame, but still with a tough 3rd down opportunity here. 3rd and 9, as it appears Notre Dame's going to call a timeout here. Looking to take as much time off the clock as possible. That's going to be Notre Dame's first timeout of the afternoon. That's going to allow us, for the first time since the game has started, to tell you about our sponsors. Casella Waste, your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. 308-0662 today for a quote. TF Brown's, 214 East Main Street in Batavia, is the same location that housed the Mancuso family's first venture into the food business in 1930 and has been the home of TF Brown's for over 25 years. TF Brown's is ready to meet your needs and budget. Empire Tractor. Proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they're now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. EmpireTractor.com or visit them today right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. George and Swede Sales and Service, whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers, George and Swede is the equipment you need, including Hyundai construction equipment. George and Swede has been a dealer, of Hyundai construction equipment since 1994, selling and servicing Hyundai machines longer than anyone in the state. Howard Hanna and Realtor Kenneth Klein. Contact Kenneth Klein, your hometown realtor. You can count on Kenneth to be there every step of the way. Kenneth Klein looks forward to working with you on your home sweet home. Call Kenneth now, 297-0764 for more info. We have 2 more sponsors to tell you about, but Notre Dame's back on the field following the timeout. Fanera waiting the snap on this 3rd and 9. Junior quarterback drops back, looking to run now. Escapes pressure, and he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 5. So a 4th and about 6. Or excuse me, a gain of about 3 and a 4th and 6 coming up here. We'll see what Notre Dame elects to do here. We'd also like to tell you about Louie's in Attica. Stop on down to Louie's after the games and enjoy their wide variety of chicken wing flavors. From garlic parmesan to beef on wick wings, Louie's has it all. Open Monday and Tuesday, 5 to close. Wednesday through Saturday, noon to close. Right here in Genesee County, located in Attica. Check out their patio for Bills games on Sundays. That's Louie's, turning friends into family since 1983. So big 4th down coming up for Notre Dame. They have elected to punt the ball away. And Barry takes the snap. It's a good punt. Inside the 10, still rolling near the goal line, and it comes to rest at the 5. So a beautiful punt from Bryson Berry, and that's going to set the Aggies back with poor field position here with 2:55 to go in this first quarter. So this is what you need if you're Notre Dame. You force the punt on the Aggies' first possession. You take a lot of time off the clock on a successful drive that didn't really end in points, but still successful nonetheless in taking time off the clock. And now a beautiful punt from Berry has the Aggies backed up. Snap. Handoff, and another strong push from this Notre Dame defensive front. Looked like Big Joe Truer in there for the stop. So time winding down here in the first quarter. 2nd and 12 after Truer's tackle for loss.
Safety's creeping over. So is outside backer.
Hyde takes this one himself. Trying to escape tacklers, but Fitzpatrick. Great pursuit along the edge. And that's going to be a tackle right at about the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 12 coming up for the Aggies. Beautiful play from Fitzpatrick. Holding that contain and breaking away from blockers and able to bring Hyde down right at about the line of scrimmage. Colantonio on the sideline for the Aggies. Getting a little bit of a tape job on his right hand. I haven't seen him touch the ball yet today, but certainly a player that can do some damage for this OAE team. 3 wide for OAE, and that's an errant throw from Hyde. Looked like he never had the grip on the ball, and Aggies are going to be forced to punt once again. 1:21 remaining in this first quarter. OAE proving it's human here this afternoon, and Notre Dame, what a bounce-back effort thus far. So the clock continued to run after that incomplete pass. So it's actually going to be 109 as the officials didn't call for a reset. So we'll see if Notre Dame brings any extra rushers here as the Aggies are backed up, punting from their own end zone. 4th and 12. Good snap. Good kick. And it's fielded at about the 33-yard line by Fitzpatrick. 1st and 10 coming up for the Irish, who have played the field position game beautifully, and now they're set up in prime position to begin this drive. Also, we'd like to thank Muggs & More. At M&M Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery, we have been providing quality, full-service screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products for your company, team, or personal needs for over 20 years. For more information on the products we offer, please visit their online store. Visit muggsandmore.com or call Rob 591-8803. Once again, you see the Caselaway scoreboard up there. 1:02 remaining in this first quarter. Notre Dame begins its drive, 1st and 10 Still scoreless here at Elba High School. Quick throw from Fanera finds Fitzpatrick. Not much of a gain there, probably about a gain of 1. Brings up a 2nd and 9 as Fitzpatrick is pushed out of bounds.
Fitzpatrick bringing the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Pass or QB draw here. Let's watch it.
Broken up by Cooper Colantonio.
So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Irish. Fanero awaits the shotgun snap. Barry beside him in the backfield. Drops back. Looking to go deep. Cummings again. Touchdown Irish!
Number 12.
Fanera to Cummings for the 3rd time today.
Irish touchdown.
And the Irish are on the board. They've taken the first lead of this game. It's 6-0 Notre Dame. 41 seconds to go in this first quarter. Fanera to Cummings, deep down the right side. Wow, what a start for Notre Dame. What a throw from Fanera. And that was not an easy catch from Cummings.
Number 12.
So here's Carrick on for the PAT. Snap's good. Kick is blocked. But the kick is good. The Aggies got a hand on it, but Carrick able to power it through. And it's now a 7-0 Notre Dame lead. 41 seconds remain in this first quarter. That's a happy sideline over there, as Notre Dame has come out this afternoon, and they're making a statement thus far. A disastrous effort from the Irish last week, and they have completely flipped the script here to begin this game. Of course, give credit to this Notre Dame coaching staff for motivating this team to come out and put forth a better effort, but really credit these Notre Dame players. They were, some would say, embarrassed last week. And they come out today against what many believe to be a favorite in Class D, and they're taking it to them thus far. All right, so here we go, awaiting the kickoff following the Notre Dame touchdown. So I'll tell you a quick story after this kick from Carrick. This one's a high one near the sideline, and the Aggies field it instead of letting it go out of bounds. Gage Chamberlain fields that kick. And that's where the Aggies will begin their drive right at about their own 33-yard line. But quick story, earlier this week I was making pizza deliveries, and I ran into Notre Dame quarterback Jimmy Fanera. Delivered to his house. Got a hefty order, I must say. Didn't offer me any, but that's a story for a different day. But Fanera promised me a better effort from these Irish here this afternoon, and thus far, he's held his promise. And he has really led the way with a few nice balls to Cummings. Hyde brought down after about a 2 or 3 yard gain, 2nd and 8 now. As this OAE offense has been stagnant thus far.
Bringing up a second down for the Aggies.
Time winding down in this first quarter. Probably going to be the final play here from OAE. Hyde hands it off. Armbruster. Contacted near the line of scrimmage and brought down after a short gain. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 5. Looked like Connor McWilliams in on the stop for Notre Dame. So actually it's going to be a 3rd and 6 as the first quarter comes to a close. Notre Dame putting forth quite the effort thus far. 7-0 Irish lead. And we take a quick break as we allow our sponsors to shuffle through on the screen. So really the story of this game thus far is, at least for the Aggies offensively, is Notre Dame's defensive front taking it to the OAE offensive line in the early going. Joe Truer, Anthony Edwards, both strong performances thus far for the Irish in the trenches. Both will be considered for the TF Browns top trench performer at game's end. A reminder, we'll also award the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game, Cummings and Fanera, a leg up in that race. So here we go. Big 3rd and 6 coming up for OAE. They need to move the ball forward here, at least set themselves up with a 4th and manageable as we begin the second quarter of play here at Elba High School. Notre Dame begins the frame with a 7-0 lead. Hyde fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And it's picked off! Notre Dame picks it off. Cummings, one-handed interception. And the Irish are going to take back over with 11:49 remaining here in the second. It goes from bad to worse for OAE as Hyde put it up for grabs and Cummings snatched it out of the air with one hand for the interception. What a play from the ND senior defensive back. Cummings, a transfer from Batavia High School, played for the Blue Devils last season, really making his presence felt here this afternoon.
Got trips right or left. 12 on the opposite side.
So 11:49 remaining in the first. Notre Dame begins its drive at the OAE 48-yard line. Fanera rolling out, under pressure, gets it away. Smart play to get it away and throw it out of bounds by Fanera as he avoids the sack.
Number 32, Caden Kuzmano, breaking up that play.
So Caden Kuzmano, a nice play defensively for OAE there.
Come on, Brad. Let's go, Brad, right here, kid.
Pro set, wing back.
So a crowded backfield once again
Right there, left.
for the Irish here. Fanera awaits the snap.
Watch around.
Little misdirection. Woodruff takes the handoff. Met at the line of scrimmage, but pushes forward for about a 3-yard gain. And my apologies, 3rd and 7 coming up. I forgot to change the down and distance.
CJ Gottler on that tackle.
Gottler in there on the stop
Watch pass here.
for the Aggies.
Bringing up a 3rd down for the Irish.
Watch quick slants, hitches, and smash. Also be aware of the double move and wheel route. Okay, got trips right or left. 12 on
So
the
3rd and
outside.
7 for Notre Dame, and there's movement up front. Notre Dame pointing at the Aggies pointing at Notre Dame. Big call here. Is this going to greatly improve Notre Dame's chances of converting? A little bit of a conversation. We'll see who the call's on. And it's going to be offside on the Aggies. So 3rd and 2 from a 3rd and 7. Now Notre Dame in great position.
Bringing the ball to the 37-yard line.
Can't say enough about the turnaround here from Notre Dame this afternoon. They look like an entirely different team than they did last week.
Trips right, our left.
So 3rd and 2 now for ND here.
Pass.
Finera looking to throw. Over the middle has Cummings.
Short.
Tackles made by Kuzmano. Looks to be short of the line to gain. Looks like 4th and 1 is going to be coming up here.
Just short of a 4th down.
There's a fan looking to get the Aggies crowd pumped up here with a little flag run. But that's going to be 4th and short coming up for Notre Dame here. We'll call it a 4th and 1, but looks like a 4th and 1.5.
Come on, big stop right here. Come on.
Excuse me, it says 4th and 10. It's 4th and 1
All right.
for the Irish here. Play the game for OAE thus far. They need a stop. They really need to turn the tide. The OAE crowd getting into it near the south end zone.
Watch the ball, watch the ball. Just trying to
Plenty
get
of
the ball
students here this afternoon. And OAE going with, Notre Dame going with the hard count. And now they'll call for a timeout. Their second of this first half. The Irish have 1 timeout remaining. 9:25 remaining in this second quarter. ND facing a 4th and 1. We'll see if they reconsider their decision to go for it or if they just want to draw something up here. So once again, our sponsors for today's broadcast, can't thank them enough. Casella Waste, TF Browns, both of our award sponsors. Casella Waste Athlete of the Game and the TF Browns Top Trench Performer. Also, Empire Tractor in Batavia. Great job sponsoring high school sports throughout the area. As does George and Swede, Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Howard Hanna, Real Estate Services, and Realtor Kenneth Klein. A new addition this year, but a welcome addition as Kenneth and Howard Hanna have really made their support of high school sports be felt through these broadcasts. Louis and Attica also. Part owner Chad Winkleman. So 4th and 1 coming up for the Irish here. Finera takes the snap, turns around, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Wide open is Cummings. And he gets away into the end zone for the touchdown, but there's a flag behind the play. Cummings, perhaps his second touchdown of the game, as he was wide open there. The Aggies expecting the run, but it's all for naught, as that's a holding call on the Irish, and that's going to negate the touchdown and set up a 4th and long here, about a 4th and 11 coming up now, and I believe we're going to see Notre Dame punt here. So Coach Joe Zambito for Notre Dame not happy with that call, as that sets his team back, and that's going to be longer than a 4th and 11. That's going to be a 4th and 15. And I would imagine we're going to see the Irish punting crew come on the field. What a turn of events here, as it appeared as if Cummings was going to come away with his second touchdown of the game after a nice run after the catch. But the holding call sets the Irish back, and now they'll punt it away with 9:16 remaining in the half, and the Aggies are going to take over. 'Cause 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 ' Snap to Barry. Kick is away. It's a good kick. Fielding it on the run is Courier, but he's brought down after a short gain. 1st and 10 coming up for OAE. We'll see what they can do here. Haven't been able to do much yet. Can't forget Muggs and More. Owner Rob Kuzmano, a great sponsor of ours here at the Batavia Daily News. As I got to shuffle through here to get to Rob, I accidentally hit the wrong button. Went back to the beginning. Muggs and More, custom screen printing and embroidery. Visit muggsandmore.com. So here we go, 9:08 remaining in this first half. Snap, another run going nowhere for OAE. This Aggies offensive line is getting abused thus far. They are providing little to no push for their ball carriers out of the backfield. And give Notre Dame credit. They've been tough up there thus far. Number 58, Connor McWilliams. 52, Anthony Fiorentino. Joe Truer. Also, Dalton Ham up front for the Irish. Handoff goes to Courier. A little bit of room to the outside. Gets the edge. A good gain there from Courier. Lays the lumber at the end of the play. And has a little bit to say to the Notre Dame defender at the end. That's going to be a first down for the Aggies. And we have a timeout called by Notre Dame. That's their final timeout of the half. Looks like Coach Zambito wants to talk things over with his defense, unsatisfied with that last play. So if you're just joining us, we'll take you through what's occurred already here this afternoon. OAE took their opening drive, and it appeared as if it was destined for the end zone, but a holding call set them back and led to the end of what appeared to be a successful drive at its start. Notre Dame failed to do anything on its first drive, but later on in this first half came through with a deep touchdown pass from Jimmy Fanera to Evan Cummings, and Cummings has had a number of catches here, along with an interception on OAE's last possession. Cummings able to snatch the ball out of the air with one hand and turn over OAE in a big spot. So Cummings, the front runner for the Casella Waste athlete of the game thus far, but plenty of time left as OAE looks to get its feet back under it with 8:17 remaining here in the first half. Hyde hands it off to Armbruster. A nice hole for him to run, and that's close to a first down. So just as I said, the OAE offensive line was getting dominated up front. A couple of nice runs from the OAE backs, and that was a big hole created right in the middle of that offensive line. So second and the shortest one I think I've ever seen here for the Aggies. Hyde hands it off. Connor Scott on the run. Not sure that's going to be enough. That might bring up a 3rd and 1 here. And it's going to. That's going to be 3rd and 1 for OAE now. That run went nowhere. And you see there, Joe Truer for Notre Dame, big 75, only a sophomore. 6'1", 275, a force in the trenches thus far for the Irish. Handoff. Armbruster breaking tackles, still on his feet. Reverses field, Gage Armbruster. What an athlete. And putting his athleticism on display there. Single-handedly gaining a first down for the Aggies there. Looked like he was going to be brought under tackle near the line of scrimmage. Escaped tacklers. Reversed field and able to get first down yardage. So here come the Aggies inside Notre Dame territory. Ball at the 38-yard line. This is about where OAE's drive stalled the first time. A nice play made by Fitzpatrick as Armbruster's stopped in the backfield for a loss of about 2. 2nd and 12 coming up. Fitzpatrick has shown great pursuit and great contain along the outside for this Irish defense. He's made a couple of big plays. The one on Hyde near the Aggies' own end zone, and that one on Armbruster. This Notre Dame defense incredibly strong thus far, and the ND defense has enjoyed the return of Connor McWilliams, number 58. You see there on the right end, he missed at least last game, I think maybe 2 games for the Irish. But he's back in the fold, and Notre Dame's defense has shown great improvement. Hyde throwing a stiff arm, pushing his way ahead, and a flag behind the play in the area of holding. So a nice gain from Hyde, a nice stiff arm, but I think this play's coming back. And it is holding on the Aggies. And the spot of the flag was right at about the original line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up 2nd and about 20 for OAE here. Five and a half minutes to play in this first half. Aggies looking for their first points of the afternoon, but they'll have to go through a 2nd and 20 on their way to the end zone. Snap, Hyde takes it himself. There's McWilliams in the backfield to bring him down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 for OAE. Some adjustments are going to have to be made by the Aggies at halftime. They have not been able to do much offensively following a good start to that opening drive. So on the Caselaway scoreboard, 4:35 remaining in this second quarter, 3rd and a mile here for OAE.
12's blitzing.
Hyde rolling out, looking to throw. Nobody home as he had Kuzmano wide open down the seam, but he missed him. And the clock continues to run following the incomplete pass. I wonder who's going to catch it here. So 4th and 20 now. Coming up for OAE. Clock eventually came to a stop at 4:03. Or no, it started again. So that's the second time about 20 extra seconds have run off the clock here. We'll see if that could impact things down the stretch. It's been a close game, and any time running off the clock could certainly have an impact here. Low snap. Nice job by Max DeMar fielding it and getting the kick away, and it's a good one. Ball rolls inside the 20-yard line, comes to rest at about the 18. 1st and 10 for the Irish. 3:50 remaining in this first half. Once again, you see our sponsors up on the screen. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to bring you these broadcasts on the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News Facebook and YouTube pages. We'll also have a slate coming up next week. Stay tuned for our stream schedule. Still yet to be determined. Some changes that have been made
Jello is selling tickets. She looks like she's shopping at Target.
Due to scheduling, so we'll see where we're at with that to begin the week.
Our best organization, Parent-Teacher Association.
So 3:50 remaining in this first half. Notre Dame begins its drive with a run Byron-Bergen taking with him about 5 OAE tacklers, excuse me. And that's a gain of about 3. Strong running from Byron-Bergen.
Come on, dig.
Irish continuing to chew up the clock as they are running off almost all of the play clock between plays. 10 seconds left on the play clock as Finera takes the snap. Hand off to Barry once again. And another nice run from Barry. That's up near first down yardage. Going to bring up a 3rd and manageable, about a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 1, actually, coming up for ND. And I like the game plan here to close the first half. You've taken the lead, a very unexpected lead. Have the Irish, and you certainly don't want to give it right back with an interception, a pick 6. So ball security is the key for the Irish near the end of the half, but they're also getting some good chunk yardage here from Barry on the ground.
Formation. I left.
So approaching the 2-minute mark here. Finera goes under center. Ball's out.
Short.
Or maybe that was a QB sneak. Someone yelled ball.
Short.
Looks to be short of the line to gain. As my initial inkling was correct, that was actually like a 3rd and 2. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 1 or 2. We're going to have the clock stop. I think we're going to have a measurement here. First measurement of the game is the clock, who's a little slow on the uptake.
And it looks like we're bringing the chains
Especially with now the Irish facing a 4th and 1, maybe a punt coming up. Those extra seconds could prove costly for OAE as they may try to squeeze out some points here before the first half comes to a close. So the measurement, it's going to be a 1st down for Notre Dame. Oh, did I speak too soon? Get the index card out. It's short. Just short.
And it is just shy of a first
So I spoke too
down.
soon. As Gene Steratore, I mean,
Stop with the chains.
Tim Moriarty signals, I think it's Tim Moriarty, signals that the Irish are indeed short of the line to gain. And the clock will restart. And it doesn't look like OAE will call a timeout, so perhaps just looking to go into the half with this 7-point deficit. We'll see what Notre Dame elects to do here. Facing this 4th and 1, will they punt it away or will they go for it? So an interesting call here as Notre Dame will go for it. I believe we'll see another QB sneak from Finera, or perhaps the handoff to Barry. And flag on the play. I believe that's going to be a delay of game on the Irish, and it is. So 4th and 6 now as the Irish shoot themselves in the foot, and now they will be forced to punt.
Hey, right here, Courier. Let's go, kid.
We are in a 4th and 6 situation here for Notre Dame. With a minute 4 left in the half.
So 104 remaining. Barry back to punt it away for the Irish. Noah Courier back to return it for the Aggies. Snap. Kick is away. A Notre Dame bounce rolling to about the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for OAE with 52 seconds remaining in the half.
Have a first down.
So we'll see what the Aggies do here, whether they just run out the clock or perhaps try to go deep here and, like I said, squeeze out some points before the second half horn. 1st and 10, Hyde under center. Man in motion is Scott. Hyde rolls out, looking to throw. Complete. And able to get out of bounds is Caden Kuzmano.
Caden Kuzmano and an OAE first down. Inside the 50-yard line.
So it looked like the officials spotted that tackle inbounds, and that forced OAE to call a timeout. Their first of the half with 45 seconds remaining. It appeared to me as if Kuzmano was clearly tackled out of bounds. I think that's a situation of official looking to make a call there. I'm not sure if the officials are continuing to discuss this or what. The timeout, I believe, has been called. So 45 seconds remaining following the completion from Hyde to Kuzmano. That apparently ended with a tackle in bounds. We're going to have to watch the replay on that. Here we go. First set of downs for the Aggies. Hyde in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Arm is hit as he throws, but it's complete. Cameron Kuzmano on the reception. And another timeout called by OAE, their second of the half.
Cameron Kuzmano on that reception.
They have one timeout remaining. It's going to be about a 2nd and 1. I'm not sure how that pass was completed. Hyde was hit on the arm as he released the ball, but Kuzmano was Johnny on the spot right there to make the catch. And I've watched the replay on that tackle. It certainly appeared as if he was out of bounds. So here we go. One timeout remaining for the Aggies. They're inside Irish territory. Ball at the 35-yard line. They've gone to the air the past few plays. So we'll see what they elect to do here. I would imagine they stay with the passing game, and they do. Hyde dropping back, looking to throw. Going deep, he's got a man, it's complete! Career able to get out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Beautiful ball from Bodie Hyde, and Courier catches it in stride. And OAE in business, one timeout remaining. I forgot to stop the clock, but the clock did come to a stop with 28 seconds remaining in this half. Boy, what a big drive this would be for the Aggies if they were able to punch it in. The ND defense has been fantastic throughout this half, but OAE knocking on the door now. Courier on the carry, looking for room. Noah Courier in for the Aggies touchdown. We got a ball game here at Elba High School as Noah Courier runs it in. It's now a 7-6 ball game awaiting the PAT. 21 seconds remaining in the half, and the Aggies fans are feeling it here on the hill. So here comes the kick from DeMar. It's up and through. We're all tied up.
20 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. Keep wearing them down, boys.
So 21 seconds remain in this first half. OAE has evened the score on a late touchdown drive, capped off by a Noah Courier rushing touchdown, untouched, into the end zone. And really, that stretch play has been the most successful play for the OAE running game this afternoon. I believe we're going to see more of that in the second half. Head coach Tyler Winter likely to make adjustments at halftime after a sluggish start here this afternoon. Whereas head coach Joe Zambito on the other side has to have liked what he's seen from his Irish here, despite the late touchdown drive from OAE. So it's key here for DeMar to get off a good kick. Because there is still enough time remaining for a deep ball or a couple of deep balls, although Notre Dame, no timeouts left. So a good kick from DeMar. Started the clock a little bit early. We'll reset it after Barry is tackled, or will he be? Yes, he will be, as he tried to gain the edge, unable to. And clock is still running.
Number 87, Bryson Berry on the carry.
So the clock comes to a stop with 4 seconds. I'm shocked that these officials haven't put any time back on after the clock has clearly been left running after the play several times. And we are putting more time on the clock. 14 seconds remaining for the Irish here. So 14 seconds remaining in the half. We'll see what Notre Dame does here. I believe they're coming out in victory formation. Bryson Berry very deep in the backfield. And yes, Notre Dame kneels it, and we go into halftime. What a first half here at Elba High School. A competitive game between two fierce rivals. 7-7. As we take a quick break. We'll tell you all about our sponsors before the second half gets started. But while we take a break, take a quick look as these businesses have helped us broadcast high school football and high school sports in general over these past number of years.
I will announce their names.
right, we are ready for this second half, and boy, am I excited. The first competitive game that we've broadcast here on the Daily News, YouTube, and Facebook, at least that I've broadcast this year. So I'm excited to see how this one turns out. In case you're just joining us, we'd like to thank our sponsors, which we'll get to more in depth as this second half goes along. Casella Waste, TF Browns, Empire Tractor, George and Swede Sales and Service, Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, Louis in Attica, and Mugs and More Screen Printing and Embroidery. Here we go. Kickoff coming up as OAE set to kick it away to the Irish. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Bryson Berry back to return for ND. This game started with OAE driving inside ND territory only to encounter a holding penalty which set them back and ended up thwarting their drive, and Notre Dame really took over from there. They were able to get a long touchdown pass from junior quarterback Jimmy Fanera to Evan Cummings, and if it weren't for a late touchdown from OAE to close the second quarter, ND would still have the lead. They had the lead for much of that first half, and OAE tries a little bit of surprise here to begin the second half with an onside kick, but it fails. And Notre Dame's going to take over inside OAE territory to begin this drive. 1st and 10 as the clock is running once again. I'm not sure how no one is catching this, but the clock is running. Very odd. Snap to Fanera, handoff to Berry. Gottler is there to bring him down. Loss on the play, 2nd and 11 coming up.
That is a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 for the Irish.
So as promised, we'll tell you a bit more about our sponsors as the second half goes on, beginning with Casella Waste. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. So 2nd and 11 coming up for Notre Dame now. 10.5 minutes to go here in the third. Fanera looks to take it himself. Ball comes out. Who's got it? The Aggies do. Fanera coughs it up. OAE falls on it. And the Aggies are in business. Big mistake from Fanera. Should have just gone down, but instead tried to make something happen, get the ball away. And now OAE with a bit of momentum here to begin its first drive of the third quarter. 10:23 remaining. Hyde, and that ball comes out. Fumble on the play. I think OAE has it. Wow. Crisis averted for the Aggies. Looked like number 52, Anthony Fiorentino, was there to fall on it for Notre Dame, but it squirted away, and Noah Courier ends up hopping on it for the Aggies. So it's a loss on the play, but the Aggies will maintain possession. Wow, what a crazy start to this third quarter.
Overload front right.
Second and 15, Hyde under center. The sweep to Courier, dodging tacklers, but eventually brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in the secondary. So we'll see what the penalty is. Notre Dame pointing OAE's way. Of course, we'd also like to thank TF Browns in Batavia, 214 East Main Street in Batavia. Whether you're looking for a great place to relax and enjoy a beverage or a place for lunch and dinner, TF Browns is ready to meet your needs and budget. Also, Empire Tractor, empiretractor.com, or visit them in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. ET is proud to sell Dixie Chopper's zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower. And they're now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. So here's the call, finally. It's a hold on the Aggies. Penalty is declined, so it will remain a third and very long, 3rd and 16, coming up for OAE. Snap, handoff, Armbruster, chopped down, a nice tackle made by number 51, Anthony Edwards. So that's going to bring up 4th down and about 12 for the Aggies now.
It is 4th and 12 for the
Looks like the Aggies are going to punt it away.
the ball to the 43-yard line.
Play clock starting to tick away as it appears the Aggies are going to go for it. So a 4th and 12 inside Notre Dame territory. The Aggies will take a chance here. Hyde out of the shotgun. Movement up front. Looks like it's on Notre Dame.
Penalty against the Irish.
And that's going to be offside on the Irish.
Offside call, bringing the ball back to the 37-yard line.
So a bit better of an opportunity now in front of the Aggies on a 4th and 7. Hyde takes the snap, looking to throw. Under pressure, evades tacklers, but he's eventually brought down. Short of the line to gain, the Aggies turn it over on downs.
And the Irish take possession of the ball.
Big defensive stand from the Irish defense, and they take back over at the OAE 36-yard line.
The 36-yard line.
We'd also like to thank George & Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Call or visit George & Swede at 7155 Big Tree Road, 584-3425, or log on to georgeandswede.com. Just a few more sponsors to get to. As the Irish take back over here with 8:12 remaining in the third. Neither offense has been able to find its rhythm here this afternoon. Fanera finds Woodruff for the completion and the first down.
That is an Irish first down.
Also, Howard Hanna and real estate agent Kenneth Klein, 297-0764, providing you with the same level of experience when purchasing or selling your home. 297-0764, like I said, you can count on Kenneth to be there every step of the way. Louie's in Attica. Stop on down to Louie's after the game and enjoy their wide variety of chicken wing flavors. From garlic parmesan to beef on wick wings, they have it all. Open Monday and Tuesday, 5 to close, Wednesday through Saturday, noon to close. Right here in Genesee County in Attica. Check out the patio for the Bills games, turning friends into family since 1983. That's Louie's in Attica. Movement. Looks like that's going to be on the Irish. It's a false start. It's going to be 1st and 15 after the big gainer for the first down.
Hey, let's watch wheel, but in pregame they're running
5-yard penalty against the Irish.
to the running back. Just a heads up.
And a first down. 1st and 15.
Watch wheel, double move.
So 1st and 15 for the Irish here. Fanera drops back, looking to throw. Lets it go down the sideline. A lot of contact. And the flag comes in. Late flag. A lot of contact. And I believe that's going to be defensive pass interference on the Aggies.
That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. They're both fighting for the ball. How is that pass interference if they're both fighting for the ball? That's terrible. That's terrible.
So pass interference. That's going to improve Notre Dame's field position here. OAE not happy with that call.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
As we thank our final sponsor here, Muggs & More at M&M Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery. We have been providing quality, full-service screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products for your company, team, or personal needs for over 20 years. For more information on the products we offer, visit our online store, muggsandmore.com, or call Rob at 591-8803. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Irish following the pass interference penalty. Fanera takes the snap, tosses it out to Berry. Berry with room to run. A good gain here. Strong running once again from the Irish junior. That's about a gain of 6 or 7. 2nd and 3, 3.5 coming up now. Once again, we'd like to thank Casella Waste, our scoreboard sponsor for the season. You see their graphic at the bottom of the screen. Makes it very convenient for you, the viewer, I can imagine, knowing down and distance, the score and the time at all times. And you can thank Casella Waste for that.
Trips right, our left. 12 on opposite side.
Fanera awaiting the snap. Another toss the other way to Berry, and he gets the edge. 1st down for Bryson Berry, and that's a late hit called on OAE's Noah Courier along the sideline.
There's a flag on the play.
It's a little extracurriculars over there on the ND sideline. Tough to tell exactly what happened, but it looked like Courier delivered a late hit, which drew the flag. And we'll see if the officials do indeed confirm my hypothesis there.
That wasn't target. Oh, they're going to get him for targeting.
So another lengthy delay here as the officials sort things out. Penalties starting to kill OAE here in the second half. Pass interference, now what is believed to be a late hit and possibly a targeting call. Coach Joe Zambito lobbying. A lot of discussion going on between the officials and the ND coaching staff here. And the penalty has yet to be called. And now it appears the officials are coming over to talk to, making the call now. Coach Tyler Winter very angry here as we have a personal foul called on OAE and a personal foul also called on Notre Dame. So offsetting personal foul calls. as Coach Tyler Winter is angry about something. So we're approaching about a 5-minute delay now following the offsetting personal foul calls. So after all that, we're going to have a 1st and 10 for the Irish. Ball at the 28-yard line, 5:52 remaining here in the third quarter.
Ball is at the 38-yard line, 1st down for the Irish.
12 in the slot. 12 in the slot. Watch the corner route by 12. Watch the corner route by 12.
Finally, we resume play here.
88's going to run a flat, 44's going to sit in the zone, 12's running the corner.
As Fanera takes the snap, hands it to Barry. Wrapped up in the backfield and eventually brought down after a gain of about 1. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Irish.
No gain on that play. 2nd down for the Irish.
Second and 9. Fanera in the shotgun, Barry beside him. 4 wide for the Irish here. Snap. Fanera looking to throw under pressure. Gets it away, and the ball is tipped and knocked down. Pressure being applied by Gottler from the far side. Forced Fanera to get it away quickly, and it was tipped near the line of scrimmage. So a big 3rd and 9 coming up for Notre Dame now.
Let's watch wheel. Just in
Oh,
case.
it's still
Let's
on
watch
wheel.
wheel. Run a lot of that flat route.
28-yard line.
Here we go. That's right. Our left. 12 in the slot.
So a big spot here for both teams. OE looking for the stop. Irish looking to convert. 3rd and 9. Inside 5 minutes to go in the third. Fanera takes the snap, looking to throw. On the run. Gets it away, and it is incomplete.
And the Irish stopped.
So 4th down coming up now. As it was Caden Kuzmano applying the pressure there.
By Caden Kuzmano, bringing up a 4th down situation for Notre Dame. With no gain on that play.
And once again, I have to shell out plenty of thanks to the Elba administration here, setting us up with a great spot here in the press box, providing a slice of pizza at halftime. Athletic Director Mark Beeler, generous as always. I also got an oatmeal raisin cookie, which, secret, my favorite kind of cookie. Fanera gets it away, incomplete to Barry. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Aggies are going to take over at their own 28-yard line, going the other way. Also, something we have yet to talk about today, Coach Joe Zambito of Notre Dame, a former multi-sport coach here at Elba, so making his return to the Lancers confines here. Won a sectional title in basketball, I believe sectional title in football as well. And he's also brought a sectional championship to Notre Dame. Handoff to Armbruster, a good burst and a 1st down.
There's Armbruster on the play and an Aggie 1st down. Ball is placed on the 41-yard line.
Another quick shout out. Batavia Daily News stringer, Doug McFarland. Check out his photos online and in print next week. First and 10 for the Aggies here. Handoff goes to Armbruster. Finding room, Gage Armbruster into the secondary, and he's tripped up by Connor McWilliams, and if he wasn't, he may have been gone. So perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle from McWilliams there, but a first down for Armbruster. OAE inside Irish territory. Hyde under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Scott. Scott with blocking in front of him, but a flag comes in. Scott tackled near the sideline, and another flag comes in. Could be a late hit. 2 flags on the play, one in the area of holding and one near the end of the play where Scott may have been contacted a bit late. Things getting a bit chippy here at Elba Central.
Wait, 22.
See what the flags are here. Still awaiting the call. Not a fan of these lengthy delays in between the flags, but so it's holding on OAE, followed by a personal foul on Notre Dame. So they mark the 10 back, and now they go 15 forward following the personal foul. There is 3:35 remaining in this third quarter. And as I said, things starting to get a bit chippy here. And they're unequal penalties, so they don't offset. So I believe that's why both were enforced. Nonetheless, 2nd and 1 coming up for the Aggies here. So no, maybe I don't know, I'm kind of confused as to what just occurred with the penalties. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not necessarily an expert on the rules, but try to figure out what exactly just occurred there with the 2 penalties. Hyde takes the snap, hands it to Armbruster. Nice tackle made by McWilliams. But that's going to be enough for a first down. Fresh set coming up for the Aggies.
Zambito shouts late to get it back or to blitz. He's waiting until you settle on offense, and then he's going to call it. He's going to try to adjust last minute.
Hyde, handoff goes to Courier. Trying to find the edge, but he's driven out of bounds. Woodruff knocks him into a Notre Dame player on the sideline. So 2nd down coming up after a minimal gain. We're going to call it a 2nd and 9 coming up now. We have reached the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. Quick reminder, we will be awarding the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game along with the T.F. Brown's top trench performer near the conclusion of this game, so be sure to stay tuned. And why wouldn't you? This has been a good one here at Elba Central. Hyde takes the snap, hands it off. Scott on the run, leaping over a Notre Dame defender, and he's eventually brought down inside the 20 after a high tackle made by Finera. So we'll have to see where the ball is going to be spotted here. as Scott's helmet came off following that tackle, and he's forced to take a play off here. So first down for the Aggies. Connor Scott with a big run there. My apologies, falling behind on the clock here. But there is 2:25 remaining in the third. First and 10. Ball inside the red zone. Aggies approaching pay dirt here. Hand off to Armbruster. Forges his way forward. Forces his way forward, excuse me.
Bringing a second down for the Aggies inside the 20-yard line.
And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Starting to get a couple guys with their hands on their hips. 75. 51.
Snap, handoff. Armbruster. Gain of about 3. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Third and 5 for the Aggies. Moving the ball to the 15-yard line.
Hyde under center. Takes it himself, rolling out, looking to throw near the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Aggies! Caden Kuzmano in for the score. And the Aggies have taken the lead here in the third quarter, their first lead of the afternoon. And here comes DeMar on for the PAT. A nice catch and a nice job to force his way past the goal line by Kuzmano there. DeMar, kick is up, kick is good. 7-point lead for the Aggies. 53 seconds remain here in the third. And I'm not sure if we can get them. We're going to try to get the Aggies faithful. The student section over there, as you can see some of them, there they are. The Maroon Platoon and the OA Crazies linking up together to provide a good environment here at Elba. Once again, we'd like to thank Casella Waste, your #1 service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Also, TF Brown's, if it happens in sports, it happens at TF Brown's Family Restaurant. Also, Empire Tractor, we're here to help you grow. 5072 East Main Street in Batavia, 343-1822. George and Swede, Sales and Service. 7155 Big Tree Road in Pavilion, sales, rentals, parts, and service. Hyundai Construction Equipment. George and Swede has everything you need. Kenneth Klein, Real Estate Services for Howard Hanna, 297-0764 for more info. Louis in Attica, best wings in Genesee County, excuse me. Maybe that's debatable. Some of the best wings. TF Brown's also some very good wings. Let's put it this way. No wings better than Louis. Also, Muggs & More, screen printing and embroidery. Contact Rob or visit their online store, muggsandmore.com. So OAE's first lead of the afternoon. 53 seconds remain in the third quarter. ND has put up quite the fight here against the favored Aggies, but they need a drive here to regain a bit of momentum. Here's Barry on the return, running laterally, and he doesn't get much. So Courier injured behind the play. And he's down. So ND's going to begin its drive backed up inside its own territory at about the 10-yard line as we await the resolution to the injury to Courier. All right, so we'll take this time, put our sponsors up on the screen. Probably should have already done that. My apologies. As Courier being helped off, looks a bit woozy. Hoping for the best for that young man. It does not look good as he's helped off the field.
We will be drawing our 50-50 winner at the conclusion of the third quarter. It's going to be a big one, so you might want to...
Doesn't appear to be a trainer on hand here at Elba.
Again, we will be drawing the winner of our 50-50 at the end of the third
But we do have
quarter.
some EMTs coming out of the crowd. Perhaps to do a head check. That did not look good when Courier was walking off the field, that's for sure. Want to make sure he's okay before he's put back out there. And a few medical professionals have made their way from the sideline to tend to Courier. So all hands on deck here at Elba Central. So 47 seconds remaining in the third. Notre Dame with poor field position here to begin its drive. Listen to that OAE fan section getting into it. Finero looking to throw, and it's complete to Fitzpatrick, who runs out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. That's exactly what Notre Dame needed to begin its drive, as no, not a first down, but a nice gain. Sets them up with a 2nd and 2.
Bringing the ball to the 20-yard line.
Let's go, Warner!
Doubles.
2nd and 2 coming up for Notre Dame. Finera, shotgun snap, tosses it to Barry on the run. Good burst. There he goes, past the line to gain, and he goes down. Ball comes out, but he was down first. 1st and 10 coming up for the Irish. But a flag behind the play in the area of holding. And it is going to be a hold on the Irish. And it appears as if Courier has been checked and is okay to go back into the game. So good news there. So I believe we're going to replay first down here. 2nd down. And it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Okay, let's watch double. Let's watch me. Let's watch
2nd and 14 for the Irish.
We got doubles.
Snap, Finero looking to throw. Low throw out of the reach of Groff. Falls incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
Situational football. Nothing behind us. Let's watch for the wheel or double move. Stay disciplined. Okay, trips left, our right. We got 12 on the opposite side. We got 12 on the
So
opposite
10
side.
seconds remaining here in the third. Finero waits the snap. Takes it. Looking to throw. Looking to go deep down the middle.
Yes!
Into double coverage, and it's picked off by Armbruster. Here comes the Aggie senior inside the 30. Inside the 20. Inside the 15. And he's brought down at about the 10-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
Probably going to get blocking in the back here.
Might be a block on the return as Fitzpatrick is down for ND now. It's Coach Zambito calling for an OAE player to be whistled for a personal foul, I believe, after an unnecessary block. And that is what we're going to have.
Please take out your 50-50 tickets. I'm sorry to announce that the winning ticket is a white ticket. I'm sorry for all those people who purchased blue tickets.
So we saw the sign for the personal foul,
The number 2 ticket is in fact a blue ticket.
and the penalty yardage has been marked off. So it's going to be a personal foul on the Aggies as Fitzpatrick is down in a heap. Fitzpatrick helped to his feet. He makes his way to the sideline.
The winning 50-50 ticket number is 932157. Again, that is 932157.
So we have reached the end of the third quarter
It is a white ticket.
as we begin the fourth. OAE with possession now following the interception from Armbruster and the personal foul which set them back. So, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Casella Waste, your #1 service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Also, TF Browns in Batavia, whether you're looking for a great place for lunch or dinner or a place to relax and enjoy a beverage, visit TF Browns today. Empire Tractor, proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower. George and Swede, sales and service, located at 7155 Big Tree Road in Pavilion. Kenneth Klein, licensed real estate salesperson for Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Ask Kenneth about the 100% money-back guarantee. Louie's in Attica, best wings around. Stop on down to Louie's in Attica. Beef on wick wings, garlic parm, of course, mild, hot barbecue, delicious stuff over at Louie's. And I'm sorry I let it go quickly there, but of course, Mugs and More, mugsandmore.com. Stay tuned. Late stages of the fourth quarter, we will award the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game along with the TF Browns top trench performer. So it was a struggle for OAE throughout the first half, but a late touchdown evened things up, and since then, they've really seized control of this one as they lead by 7. Looking to add to their lead following the turnover from the Irish.
I do not know who it is yet, but I do know that there is a winner.
So here we go. Aggies begin their drive to begin the fourth quarter at right around the Notre Dame 40-yard line. Armbruster breaking through tacklers, and there he goes past the first down marker. Tough running for the OAE senior.
For an Aggie first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Aggies. Shotgun snap coming up as Hyde awaits it. Takes it himself up the middle. Wrapped up and brought down after a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up now. So a few names for the TF Browns' top trench performer. On Notre Dame's side of things, Anthony Edwards and Joe Truer have done a fantastic job, as has Connor McWilliams in his return. On OAE's side, CJ Gottler has had a strong game. Braden Smith, also a strong performance. And Batavia Daily News sports writer Nate Ryder has been keeping his eye out for who's been doing work up front as OAE extends its lead, as Courier runs it in for the touchdown. $20 to 7, 10:42 remaining in the ball game. Kick is up, kick is good. 21 to 7. OAE increases its lead.
All right, big play on special teams. Stay in our lanes. Good control. Play under control. And hit people.
10:42 remaining. The Aggies up by 2 possessions. Fan section has made a move. OE fan section has made a move now right in front of the press box. Nice showing from them here this afternoon. So Notre Dame awaits the kickoff, trailing by 14 points. Time running out on the Irish chances here this afternoon. Nice kick from DeMar. Fielded on the run by Cummings.
Stay in our lanes. Yes.
A nice pursuit there by Kuzmano, who makes the tackle. First down coming up for the Irish.
Notre Dame taking control of the ball on the 25-yard line.
They're going to start taking some shots here. Let's watch double moves. Let's watch that wheel route. They also might come back to that swing pass. Got eye left.
Fanera, the 1st and 10 snap. Ball's out, and the Aggies recover. Caden Kuzmano adds to his successful afternoon with a fumble recovery. Irish never had the handoff.
First down, Aggies.
So the wheels starting to come off for the Irish here, as the Aggies are set up in good position to score again. Handoff There goes Armbruster. Finds the edge. Flag comes in.
Things go off on the stop, pushing up. Gage Armbruster out of bounds.
And it's on the Aggies, so that run is coming back.
I guess we're not supposed to have our receivers blocked? I don't know. Apparently that's illegal. But his hands are still inside.
Hey, just do it again. Just do it again. You need practice. Let's go.
Five-yard penalty. First down.
So we'll replay first down. It's going to be a first and about 6. Hyde takes a snap, hands it to Armbruster. Spinning forward, but eventually brought down. A nice tackle made by Edwards. 2nd and 4 coming up.
To Edwards on the stop. Small gain on that play, bringing up a 2nd down for the Aggies.
So we're under the 10-minute mark now. As the Aggies looking to put the finishing touches on what's been a tough game here against Notre Dame. Hyde takes the snap, takes it himself, breaking tackles, and that's going to be a first down for the Aggies.
Brody Hyde on that carry, and an Aggie first down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, OAE.
Bodie's limping a bit. Bodie's limping a bit. Clock.
So first and goal from about the 7. Here comes Courier looking for the end zone again. And he's in. Noah Courier, touchdown. And look at the OAE fan section going crazy in the end zone. So it's now 27-7 awaiting the PAT. OAE in firm control now. Here's DeMar. With a bad snap. Cusmano throws it incomplete. And the lead remains 20. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Casella Waste. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is our #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Always putting your waste to work. Call Casella today, 308-0662 for a quote. TF Browns. Whether you're looking for a great place for lunch or dinner, a place to relax and enjoy a beverage, or a place to hold any type of party or get-together, TF Browns is ready to meet your needs and budget. Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower. And they're now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit their website, empiretractor.com, or visit today right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. Also, George and Swede, full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion, 584-3425, or log on to georgeandswede.com. Also, Howard Hanna and Realtor Kenneth Klein. Contact Kenneth Klein, your hometown realtor, providing you with the same level of service when purchasing or selling your home.
You can count on Kenneth to be there every step of the way. 297-0764 for more info. Louie's in Attica. Stop on down to Louie's after the game and enjoy our wide variety of chicken wing flavors. From garlic parmesan to beef on wick wings, we have it all. Open Monday and Tuesday, 5 to close. Wednesday through Saturday, noon to close. Right here in Genesee County in Attica. Check out their patio for Bills games. Louie's, turning friends into family since 1983. And lastly, Mugs and More at M&M Custom Screen Printing and Embroidery. We have been providing quality, full-service screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products for your company, team, or personal needs for over 20 years. Short kick. Edwards comes up to make a sliding catch. And Notre Dame is going to begin its drive. 9:07 remaining in the game. So time to start talking about the Casella Waste athlete of the game. It appeared when Notre Dame was in the lead early as if Evan Cummings was going to make his case for athlete of the game. But now with the OAE comeback, sparked in part by strong play from Noah Courier, Courier has now thrown his hat into the ring for athlete of the game honors.
I left. Watch play action.
Fanera under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out, looking to throw. Downfield, over the head of his target, and incomplete. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Irish now.
Or that little halfback wide receiver pass. Watch some cute stuff.
So inside 9 minutes remaining.
Right, our left.
Fanera under center. Snap. Hands it to Barry. Nice gang tackle from the OAE defense. 3rd down and about 7 coming up.
On a stop for the Aggies. Small gain on that play, bringing up a 3rd down for the Irish, just shy of the 50-yard line.
Trips right, our left.
Snap, Fanera looking to throw. Evading pressure, but he's eventually wrapped up by 2 OAE defenders, sandwiched between Kuzmano and Angelo Penna, and Fanera slow to get up. 4th down and 10 coming up for the Irish. And the punting unit's coming out. So the punting unit out there for Notre Dame. Barry gets it away. A high arching kick. Takes an OAE bounce. Brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Aggies will regain possession of the ball on the 21-yard line.
7:05 remaining. So 1st and 10 for the Aggies. Hyde will go under center. Takes the snap, turns around, hands it to Armbruster, evading tacklers. A good gain from Armbruster, and there he goes. But the whistle was blown as Armbruster stepped out of bounds.
Armbruster on the carry, stepping out of bounds at the 39-yard line, and a first down.
Coach Tyler Winter doesn't believe that he stepped out of bounds. So that's a first down run for Armbruster. Could have been a touchdown had he not stepped out. Long game here at Elba High School as Scott takes the carry, approaching first down yardage, and he's brought down right at about the line to gain. It's going to be second down at about 1. But as I was just saying, last night's Leroy Hornell game wrapped up in about 2 hours. This one still with 6 minutes left, 2 hours and 17 minutes in. A lot of extended stoppages, penalties, timeouts, injuries. There's been a lot of factors that have played into this long game here this afternoon. Handoff goes to Courier, and that's a first down. So OAE looking to just salt this one away as Notre Dame will not stop the clock. They'll just let it wind here. And it looks like the Aggies are going to take home a big victory. The win was in doubt throughout the first half, but a late touchdown evened things up, and now the Aggies have put the pedal to the metal, as they say, over the final 2 quarters. Some good adjustments made by this OAE coaching staff at halftime. Scott on the carry, looking for room, and he finds it, but he's tripped up. Looked like he tripped over the feet of Braden Smith over there, who was providing him a block. There is a flag behind the play.
Gain of 9 on that carry. There's a flag on the play.
And that's a hold on OAE.
Holding call against OAE.
It's going to set them back and slow this game down even more. So we'll replay first down. It's going to be a 1st and 22. So 1st and 23, handoff goes to Armbruster, spinning off tacklers, eventually brought down by Connor Boley. So 2nd and about 20 now for OAE. As these last 4.5 minutes all but a formality. As Hyde takes this one himself, looking for room, finds it right down the middle, and Bodie Hyde is gone. And look at that student section. They've been alive throughout the game. So 33-7, 4:10 remaining as Hyde up the middle, untouched almost, and into the end zone. Kick is up. Kick is good. 34-7, 4:10 remaining. So Hyde also making his case for athlete of the game. Brought to you by Casella Waste. He and Courier really fighting for it. Going to be interesting to see who maybe makes a couple of plays here over the next few minutes if they get a chance. It's going to be a tough decision. So once more, we'll tell you about our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Love Casella Waste. Done a great job sponsoring our broadcasts. Same with TF Browns. Also Empire Tractor. George and Swede Sales and Service. Howard Hanna and real estate salesperson Kenneth Klein. Louis in Attica. And Muggs & More custom screen printing and embroidery. So during this Notre Dame drive, we will award the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game and TF Brown's top trench performer. Or maybe at the conclusion of this drive, we'll award it. Woodruff on the return. Big hit delivered. Looked like it was Aiden Warner in on the tackle, along with Jesus Arias Diaz. All right, so here we go. 4:03, as I forgot to stop the clock. 4:03 remaining in the game, as Notre Dame is worn down in this one. Started the game strong, have faltered down the stretch. Penalties have played a role in the Irish demise. OAE has also had their fair share of penalties this afternoon. Both sides drawing unsportsmanlike flags and personal fouls. It's gotten a little bit chippy, and I think that's to be expected when these two teams square off. Fanera hands it off. Woodruff fighting his way forward for a gain of about 7.
Braden Smith on that tackle.
2nd and 3 coming up. Braden Smith on the tackle. Candidate for the TF Top Trench Performer Award. Fanera turns around, hands it off. Vinny DiRizio for the first down. And with all the extra time that's run off the clock, we're now being extra careful with the clock when it really doesn't matter. So 3 minutes remaining. First down for the Irish. Getting closer to awarding our 2 sponsored awards. Fanera under center, takes the snap, tosses it to Woodruff. Running near the sideline, finds the edge, but he's tripped up from behind. 2nd and 6 coming up.
For a gain of 4 yards. Bringing up a 2nd down for the Irish.
So we're inside the 2-minute mark. After this play, we'll award the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. Fanera, handoff. DeRizio on the run, right up the middle, breaking tackles, still on his feet. Vinny DeRizio inside the 10-yard line.
Vincent DeRizio on that carry, tripped up just shy of
What a run from DeRizio.
for the Irish.
So it's that time, your Casella Waste Athlete of the Game, OAE junior running back Noah Courier. A couple of touchdowns here this afternoon. A gritty effort fighting through an injury as well. So well-deserving. Noah Courier, your Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. Irish approaching the end zone here with 1 minute to play. Not much there.
On that carry.
As we now award the TF Browns top trench performer, and that's going to go to Braden Smith of OAE. A fine performance on both sides of the ball.
Second down.
A couple of big stops on defense and paved the way for the OAE running backs in this second half when the Aggies finally were able to get things going on offense. So Braden Smith, your TF Browns top trench performer here this afternoon. Congratulations to Smith and Courier. They'll both be honored with $25 to TF Browns. DeRizio continuing to fight, and look who it is on the tackle. Braden Smith. Right on cue. And that's going to do it for this ball game here at Elba Central. The Aggies, your winners over rival Notre Dame. A solid effort here from the Irish, but it just wasn't enough as OAE proved a class better, and they walk out with a 34-7 victory. So, your Casella Waste Athlete of the Game, Noah Courier, your TF Browns top trench performer, Braden Smith. Congratulations to those two gentlemen. Congratulations to the Aggies on a big win over the Irish. ND falls to 1-2. OAE improves to 3-0. Be sure to tune in to thedailynewsonline.com for post-game coverage, as well as in the Daily News print edition on Tuesday. So I'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Batavia Daily News Facebook and YouTube channel. My name is Alex Brasky. We'll see you next time.